Okay, guys, we are live. So let's begin. All right. So, hey everyone, I'm Harshal Jain, your mentor at Geeks for Geeks. And guys, this video, this specific live session would be all about a task management app. So we're going to use React.js for building this application. Okay, and also the storage part would be in local storage. We're not going to use any backend because that would be a lot bigger. Okay, but yeah, we are trying to make this as simple as possible. So yeah, you can definitely add your own backend and MongoDB database and so on. But yeah, right now we are only focusing on the front end, and the storage part of the task would be happening on the local storage. And our main goal is to make something like JIRA. Okay, so I think some people might not know what is JIRA. So JIRA is a simple, you can say that suppose you want to, you can actually do a lot of tasks in the JIRA application or software, or in the websites also. But yeah, basically what you actually do is you simply have some tasks. Okay, you simply mark them as completed, or in progress, or fixed, or something like that. Okay, so that's what you can assume is the main purpose. Okay, so let me just open Excalidraw. Okay, and here let me just tell you what exactly we are going to build. So this is our page. Okay, this is our page, single page. Okay, here we have the left side which has the sidebar. Okay, which has this sidebar, right? Left side has the sidebar. Then guys, we are gonna have a header. Okay, simple header at the top. Okay, then guys, we are gonna have a board. Okay, so board would be simple like this here. Okay, so this is going to be our board. Okay, let me just give it this color. Okay, so this would be our board. Inside the board we're gonna have three major columns. Okay, three main columns. So I'm just gonna draw these columns. So here itself, let me just give them some color. Okay, this would be, I think, fine. So yeah, this would be column 1. Okay, and then similarly guys, we're gonna have column 2. Okay, similarly guys, we're gonna have column 3. Okay, so this part, these three columns would be our main columns, right? Main columns. So inside this, you're gonna assume that you have this task. Okay, you have this box actually. Okay, you have this box actually like this one. Okay, and so you will use React or not? I will be using React.js for this project. I'm not going to use Next.js or anything else. I'm just going to use plain React.js. Okay, so you can use Next.js also if you want. And I'm just going to use normal React.js. Okay, plain React.js. Not even TypeScript, plain React.js. Okay, so yeah, you can assume that here your task is there. Okay, your task is written. Actually, let me just give it some kind of heading. Okay, so I'm just gonna name it as to do. Okay, to do. Let's call this column as to do. Okay, then guys, we're gonna have another column, and I'm just gonna say let's call this as in progress. That means you are working on this task. Okay, you are working on this task. Then what else you can have? You can have the third thing, which is completed. Okay, so I'm going to make it simple, very simple. Okay, complete. Okay, so we're gonna have three different columns. Okay, so now the main highlight of this project is you'd be learning drag and drop feature in React.js. Okay, what is drag and drop? Suppose this is a task. Okay, this is a task. Let me just write something here. Okay, I'm not sure why am I not able to write something here. Anyways, here I'm just gonna say, suppose this is my task one. Task one would be what? Suppose go to school. Suppose this is some of my task. Okay, I'm a school kid. Okay, not really, but yeah, I look like a school kid. But suppose this is my task. Okay, go to school, right? This is in your to do, right? Is in your to do. So what you can do is you can simply say, right now I am working on this task. Okay, or I'll just say that I'll just pick some better task, suppose some professional task, fix homepage UI. Suppose you are a professional guy and you are working on front end part. So your client has simply mentioned your homepage UI does not look good. Okay, so you have added a task, fix homepage UI. Okay, you have just added this task. Right now you are not working on this task. Similarly, you would have other tasks also, fix about page UI, build the front end, build the back end. Multiple tasks are supposed there. Okay, multiple tasks are supposed there. So you can just mention all of these tasks in this list. Okay, then what you're gonna do is you are simply going to say, suppose right now I'm working on this task. Okay, so I would simply make this as in progress. That means I'll drag it from there to here. Okay, I'll just add that to in progress. That means I'll be using drag and drop feature. I'll be dragging the task from here and pass it to in progress. Okay, so it's like we are going to use drag and drop feature here. Then after that, once it's complete, again I'm going to drag that task and pass it here. Okay, so again it's gonna be dropped here. So you can see that all the complete tasks would be here, all the in progress tasks would be in this row, in this specific column, and then all the to do, that means I'm about to do this task, I haven't done this task, but yeah, I have mentioned that yeah, okay, I'll do it later. Okay, so all the tasks which I'm gonna do later is mentioned in the to do. All the tasks which I'm doing right now is in progress. All the tasks which I have completed is in complete section, right? This is what we call. Okay, and in project terms, you actually call this one as sprint. Okay, sprint, daily sprint. Okay, so similar to JIRA, we have Microsoft DevOps. Okay, you might have heard about it. The similar task is done by DevOps, and I usually use DevOps a lot because I have a company which uses DevOps, so I'm using DevOps a lot. But both of them are actually similar in these cases. Okay, so our main goal is to build this kind of task management where we can actually drag and drop our task very easily, and the UI would be similar to JIRA, right? What things will be used? Okay, so actually we're gonna use React.js first of all for building the front end. Okay, complete front end, and for storing the tasks we are going to use local storage. Okay, we're going to use local storage, inbuilt storage of the browser. Okay, then for the drag and drop feature, we're going to use drag and drop libraries of React.js. You can just search for it. By the way, this is the part one. So in part one, we're just going to make the simple UI. In the next part, we're going to implement the drag and drop feature. Okay, so you can just search for drag and drop in React.js and you'd find some tutorials also. You would find an article by Geeks4Geeks. You can see the article is also mentioned. Okay, you need to use this one. Okay, you can just refer to this article also if you want to refer, or else you can read the proper documentation. Okay, you can read this proper documentation also. This is also very helpful, although we are going to use the exact things into our project so that you'll understand how things exactly work here. Okay, because as a beginner, when I started React.js, none of the tutorials had this drag and drop explanation, and honestly it's not something which is taught everywhere. Okay, it's being taught usually in projects, so that's why I am building this project for you all guys, so that drag and drop functionality is actually understood properly. Okay, so it's very good feature which you can add any kind of website in any kind of website in React.js. Okay, so we're gonna use this functionality. This is the core functionality of this project, so you can just read the documentation also so that you can just get idea what's exactly this drag and drop. You can watch some extra tutorials on YouTube also so that you know what's drag and drop, right? But yeah, we're gonna use the same into our project, so from our project also you can easily understand the drag and drop functionality, right? Someone is asking TypeScript or JavaScript. We are going to use plain JavaScript here, but you can use TypeScript also. Just some type functionality, some type definitions, then after that you can make it TypeScript. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna use plain JavaScript here, right? Okay, first comment. Oh, thanks. Right, so guys, after this, I am also going to do one more thing. I am going to upload my source code to this GitHub repository. So what you can do is you can just go to this GitHub repository, just type github.com/viraj014, and in the repositories, I'll be creating a repository. Let me just name this repo as to do, okay, to do underscore JIRA underscore GFG. Okay, so I'm just gonna name it like this, and I'll just make this repository. So what you need to do is, if you type this repository name, you'll get the source code. Right now I haven't uploaded any source code, but I'll upload the source code here. Okay, so you can just type this, or what you can do is you can just go to the GitHub profile, then just simply go to the repositories, then simply go to do JIRA GFG. That's it, right? So yeah, right now it's empty. We'll pass the code after we end this session. Okay, that's it, and I'll just repeat this again in the end. Right now let's close this part, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open VS Code here. Okay, so for the VS Code, I'll just open the VS Code window here. Okay, a new VS Code window here, and here guys, in the terminal, okay, in the terminal, what you're going to do is you need to type a command. Okay, so I'll just zoom it a bit. You need to type a command. What command you're going to type? npx create react app, and I'm just gonna name it as JIRA Task Manager Live. Okay, I'm just gonna name it like this, JIRA Task Manager Live. Okay, so this is the command which is actually used to create a React.js application, right? A simple plain React.js application using JavaScript, not TypeScript. Okay, so if I hit enter, it would be done. Sorry, I just forgot my water bottle. So, anyways. Use wheat. Yes, we can use wheat. That's also something, but basically I don't even use the plain React.js. I usually use Next.js nowadays, but since it's something which is recommended, and I think we have mentioned in the project also, so that's why we are using the plain React.js. But yeah, we must use Vite also. So if you want to use Vite for setting up Vite or White, whatever you call it, for setting up React.js application, you can just go to React.js official website from there, or you can use just simply search use White to create React app. You can just search for this, okay, and there would be some articles. You can also refer to the official documentation, and you can see that if you want to create these kind of applications, you can just read the documentation. Okay, so if I click on React, so you can read more about this here. Okay, so you can set up the React.js application here, or you watch some kind of tutorial also. Okay, but yeah, since now we have set up the application, so we can use the plain command also, or you can use Vite for setting up React.js. Okay, so we have simply done this. You can see that it's here. Simple React.js application is here. Okay, that's it, right? And now here guys, what you have is you have this src. Inside this we have app.js. Okay, so I'm just gonna first of all open this via my terminal. So I'll just go to the terminal here. I'm just gonna type npm start. Okay, so this would simply start the React.js application. Okay, I think something else is running on 3000, so I'll just run on another port. Fine. So you can see that yeah, this application has been started here, right? This is it. Now guys, our part one's task is to actually build something like this. Okay, to build the left side section, then to build the top header part, then to simply design the board part. Okay, so right now you just have the board here, but yeah, we're gonna design the board part also if we get the time today, or else in the next video we're gonna finish this project. Okay, so right now we have to do first of all the left side, then the header, and then the layout. Okay, so the main purpose of the part one would be the layout of the page and the design of the page. Okay, so let's do it. So first of all guys, what we need is just go to app.js, and I don't need this. Okay, I just want, for now I just want this h1 tag, and I'll just write hey, and let's just remove the extra css also from here, and also guys from here. Fine, now let's see how it looks. So you can see, yeah, the css has been removed, right? So now guys, here what we're going to do is we're going to create components. Okay, components. Fine, so components is here, and inside the components we're gonna have some components. Okay, so I'll just simply name my component. One of my component would be board, board.js. Okay, another component would be what, the header.js. Another component would be what, sidebar.js. Another component would be what, task item.js. Okay, so a lot of components might more be created, but these are the main components. Okay, so here I'm just going to use the shortcut of React.js. So for that, what you're going to do is you can just search for the extension ES7 plus. Just search for this extension here, and just install this one. Just install this one. Okay, once you install this one, you would be able to use this shortcut RAFC. So it just created a boilerplate for me, right? Similarly, guys, for the header part, again I'm gonna type RAFCE. Okay, again it's been created. Okay, and then if I go to the sidebar, again I'm gonna type RAFCE. Then again for the task item, I'm gonna type RAFCE. That's it. Okay, so let's close this one. So close all, and it's done. It's done. So you can see some components have been created, and this is app.js. So now guys, I'm gonna go to app.js and let's start from scratch here. I'm just gonna create a division here, and let's give it a class name of app. Okay, now inside this, I'm gonna first of all import my sidebar. Okay, I think I did one mistake. Yes, now it's imported. Maybe it wasn't imported previously. So now it's imported properly. Okay. So as a suggestion, it wasn't showing. So now it's showing. Okay. So another class name would be main dash content. Okay. And inside this, I'm just gonna pass my header tag, which we have created. So I think again, I'm gonna go to the header.js. Okay, and now let's see it would work or not. So yeah, header is now here. Okay, sometimes it doesn't save properly, that's why it's not showing in the suggestions, but yeah, it's working fine now. Okay, so again guys, now we need one more thing, which is our board. Again, you can see board is not there, so we have to go to the board and then now come back board. Okay, that's it. So you can see that this simple UI has been created. Perfect. Now let's go to the sidebar first of all, and let's design the sidebar. Okay, we're gonna design the sidebar. So I'm just gonna give this class name as what? Sidebar. So class name as sidebar, sidebar. Okay, and inside this, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say that we have the division. Okay, and I'll just say class name as sidebar underscore logo. So here you can just pass any of your logo if you want, and then here I'm just gonna pass h2 tag gfg task. Suppose this is the name of the application, so gfg task. Okay, I'm just naming it like this. Then guys, we're gonna say that we have a division, and let's say we have a class name, and let's say we have a sidebar underscore nav. Okay, this would be the class name. Again, I'm just gonna copy. Actually, since this is a navigation bar, so I'm just gonna use the nav tag. That would be better, right? Nav tag, and close this nav tag, right? And then guys, we're gonna have a division here. Let's give it a class name of what? Sidebar underscore profile, sidebar profile. Okay, so in the nav tag, what we're gonna do is we are gonna create a list of elements. So for that, you're gonna have the ul. Okay, ul, right? Inside this, I'm gonna have a list of elements. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna have here, suppose this simple a tag. Okay, this simple a tag. And here guys, we can actually have some title like SCRUM BOARD. Okay, BOARD. Okay, and I'll just say href equals hashtag. What else you can pass here is icons. So for that, what you can do is you can just go to a website called as Heroku. So here I'll just go and I'll simply type Heroku. Okay, Heroku. You can just search for this. Okay, when this stream is going to end, it would end in around 6:30. Okay, that means in half an hour. I'm sorry, I have typed hero. It's actually hero icons. I'm sorry, my bad. Hero icons. Okay, slip of tongue. Okay, so you can see hero icons is here, right? And here you can see you get different icons. So for example, you can type something like BOARD. Okay, something like this. So suppose if you want this icon, so I'll just copy this JSX, and what I can do is I can simply paste it here. So here guys, what you would see is you see the icon. Okay, so that's what you can do. If you want to use the icons, you can definitely use icons like this one, right? So this is up to you. So again, I'm gonna copy this right? And I'm gonna paste it here again. I'm gonna paste it here again. I'm gonna paste. Okay, so now I'm just going to change the content here. This time I'm just gonna say, instead of this Scrum board, we're gonna see the backlog. Okay, and then we are gonna see sprint. Okay, and then we're gonna see reports, although we're not going to build these complete sections, but anyways, reports. Then guys, we're gonna have the releases. Okay, then guys, we're gonna have the components. Then we're gonna have the issues. Okay, and what else can we have? What else does the platform has? So it has the add item and settings. Okay, so items add item and settings. Okay, that's it. Let's see how it looks. So you can see that, yeah, it's visible, but what we actually want is we want different icons. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say I'm gonna actually get one more icon. So I'm just gonna say backlogs. Okay, so backlog, I can just give it some other icon. It's actually backlogs. Okay, yes. Now I'm just gonna copy this and paste it here. So some other icon actually, and then I'm just gonna say sprint, sprint, or run, something like that. So sprint, I'm just gonna copy the JSX here. Okay, and I'm gonna paste it here. So I've just done it for some icons. You can do it for other icons also. So you can just pick any random icons, whatever you want, and then you can use them here. So you can see that I have used some random icons here. Fine, this is it. Now this is the sidebar nav. So below that I have the profile part. So in the profile part, what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna use this URL, which you can get from my source code, also from the GitHub repository. There you can simply get it. So I'm simply using an image. Okay, I'm just using an image here. Perfect. Okay, an image URL here, which I copied actually from the Google. Okay, nothing else. And here I'm just gonna show the username. Okay, so kind of in the end I'm gonna have this image like this. You can see image like this, and then username. So I just copied it from the Google. Okay, from this specific website. So yeah, shout out to this website. Okay, please don't give copyright to me. Yeah, so now guys, we have to style this page. Okay, style this sidebar. How we can do that? So for that I'm gonna create a file named as sidebar dot css. Okay, sidebar dot css, and here guys we are going to import the sidebar dot css. Import dot slash sidebar dot css. Okay, fine. Now let's go to app.js. Here you can see we have the sidebar. So first let's style the app.css. Okay, so for styling the app.css, first of all, I don't want any margin or padding. Right now you can see that you get default margin and padding. I don't want any margin or padding. So you can see margin or padding is removed. Then guys, for the header, root, and all of them, what I want is I want margin padding as 0. So this is already actually done. So I'm gonna remove this. I want default height as 100% for everyone. Then font family must be this one. Okay, so you can see that, yeah, this is it. Font family has been changed for everyone. Then guys, I'm just gonna say this app class. Here you can see app class is gonna have 100 vh height. Okay, so that everything is inside this specific thing. Okay, so you can see that right now the sidebar is going outside. That's why it's not shown properly. Okay, so we're gonna fix that later, but yeah, you can see app is here. Then what else you need? You need to simply style the main content. So again, flex grow would be accordingly according to the height. Okay, and then background color would be this light gray. Okay, then padding, then display, and flex direction column. Okay, so you can see that now you can see header and board are in column. Okay, you can see they are in column, right? So that's it. Now we have to style the sidebar. Okay, we have to just style the sidebar. So I'll just go to the sidebar, and in the sidebar we're just gonna say that the sidebar is gonna have width of suppose 250 pixel. Okay, and height of 100 vh, and text color inside this would be white. So you can see now it looks like this. Okay, and then I'm just gonna say that all items would be having some kind of padding. So some kind of padding would be here. You can see that now it's here. What I can do is I can just hide the overflow if I want. So I would just say overflow is hidden. Right now you can see it's hidden. Okay, fine. Now guys, I'm just gonna say that the logo would be flex direction, everything would be in center. Inside the logo, we're gonna have the h2 tag. So I want this to have this size. Okay, so you can see that the h2 tag is like this. Okay, think is it working properly or not? I think I need double underscore. I just use single underscore here. Fine, fine. Okay, so now if I just undo this, and here what else have I done? Okay, fine. So now guys, if I just give it some extra margin from everywhere. Okay, now it's working. Actually, I wasn't able to judge. Anyways, so it looks fine. Now guys, I'm just gonna say that the UL and LI tag would be having first of all no style. So list style as none, no padding, and then some margin from top and bottom. So you can see each list is gonna have some margin from top and bottom. Then I'm just gonna say that the A tag has color as white, text decoration and font size this, and font X, everything is in center. You can see everything is in center. Okay, now what else can I do is I can just I would simply say whatever A tag is active, whatever li is active, I would just give that background color. Okay, that's it. So I'm just gonna go to this one. Okay, and suppose I wanna make this active sprints active. Okay, so for that I'm just gonna give this as class of active. That means this specific one would become active. You can see this specific one become active. Now what else you want? You want to simply set the size. Okay, so for setting the size, I can just say that inside this A tag, whatever SVG you have, you want to have the width of 50 pixel and height of 50 pixel. I think it would take the size accordingly. Yeah, you can see that it's taking the size accordingly. I want more smaller, so 30 and 30 would work. Yes, so you can see 30 and 30 works, right? So you can see it looks like this. And what else you want? You can just say that uh, margin right equals 10 pixel. Okay, so it's gonna have some kind of margin also. So you can see now it looks like this. You can just change the icons also later. After ending this video, I'll just change the items when I get free. I don't want to waste the time here. Okay, now after that guys, we have decided that we have the username also, username field also. Obviously it's static, but yeah, we have to style that. So yeah, sidebar profile and everything is in center. Display flex, that means items are in row. And let me just check, have I given it proper name or not? Yes, it's double underscore. Yes, fine. So now guys, you can see that things are in first of all row. Okay, then I want the image to have width and height 40 pixel, right? And then border radius 50% and margin right. So it's gonna be a circle. Okay, then we have the span tag which simply just has the name. Okay, so it's gonna have 1.1 gram. So you can see that it looks like this. Okay, so sidebar has been designed now. Now after this guys, we are gonna have the next part. प्लीज हिंदी में बोलो, कुछ समझ नहीं आया एक्चुअली विशाल. आई प्रेफर हिंदी बट आई थिंक सम पीपल, actually most of the people are from other parts of the country or the world, so that's why I prefer English for taking live sessions. Okay, ऐसे मिलोगे यार तो हिंदी में ही बात करेंगे अपन, but we have to do that. Okay, so yeah, you can see that the sidebar is done. Now we have the header. We have to style the header. So for the header part, I'm doing it really fast. I'm using copy paste because I don't want to waste time writing each and every single line. I hope everyone understands this. Okay, so now here I'm just gonna say that we have a header tag, okay, right, header tag, and I'll just give it a class name of header, right? And here I'm just gonna say we have a division, and I'll just say class name of header, header underscore title, header underscore title. Okay, and then I'm just gonna give this title as what was active. So it was active sprints, right? That specific part was active. So in the header, I want to show that. Okay, sprints. Okay, active sprints. I want to show that in title, so that's why I'm highlighting that. Okay, what else you gonna have? You're gonna have a division. Let's give it a class name of what? Header underscore actions actions. Okay, and then guys, I'm just gonna say we have the button. Okay, and here I'm just gonna say class name. Class name would be what? Complete sprint btn. Okay, complete sprint button, and then complete sprint. Okay, complete sprint. And then we are gonna have one more for more options, so that you're gonna, if in future you're gonna build more UI, so here you can just show a kind of a drop down here, more options, more options btn. Okay, btn, perfect, that's it. So you can see this is done, and I'm just gonna use a triple dot here, so that's how it would look here. Okay, so that's how it would look here. So now guys, one task is remaining, which is to style this part. Okay, so we're gonna just style this part. So I'm just gonna say header dot css. Okay, header dot css. Now guys, here what we're gonna do is we are going to say that this is the header, right? So we have to simply say import dot slash header dot css. Okay, I've imported the header dot css. Now here we have to just style this header. Okay, so right now you can see it looks like this. What I want is I want this header to have items in row and in space between. So display flex, space between, everything would be in center, and the background color would be white, padding, margin, and some box shadow. Okay, so you can see that now it has some box shadow and space between, and everything is in center. Perfect. Then I'm gonna say that we have the title. Okay, inside this we have the heading underscore title. Okay, the title would be having this style, so you can see that title is gonna have this style. Okay, so header title, header title, fine. Okay, now guys, we're gonna have the actions. So again, for the actions, header actions, I want things in center. So again, display flex, item would be in row, items would be in center. Okay, so now after this, we're gonna have complete sprint button. Okay, we're gonna style the complete sprint button. So I'm just gonna say complete sprint button is gonna have this background color, text color, some padding, and some margin right. Okay, so you can see that now it looks like this. And then if I hover on this, I would change the color a little bit. Then again, for the more options button, I don't want any background, but if I hover on this, I would change the color. Okay, that's it. So let's see. So you can see if I, yeah, now it looks good. Okay, now it looks good. Okay, actually the color changes, just the color changes, nothing else. So we can actually remove this, or we can just change the background color if I want, or else just leave it. Okay, or else just leave it. You can change the font size if you want, but I'll just leave it. Okay, I don't want the hover property here. Okay, so this is the top bar which we have created, and I'm not sure. Okay, this was the problem. Okay, so what else can I do is I actually don't want this font family. I would just I would simply add another font family, Apple. Okay, so this actually looks better. Okay, and I think now I can continue. Okay, now I can continue. So you can see that the sidebar is also done, the top bar is also done, right? And then guys, now what is remaining is the board section. Okay, so in the board section, basically we're gonna have three columns. Okay, three columns. You can have more columns also, but we are assuming that we have three columns. Okay, so in the board here, we're gonna have three columns. So here I'll just say we have a division, first division, okay, second and third. And here I'm just gonna say what we are gonna just say that this column name is what supposed to do. Okay, column and TODO. Okay, and let's give it a class name of BOARD. Okay, and again I'm just gonna copy paste. Okay, and this would be what, this would be what, in progress. or what you can say is you can just call this active or in progress. Chalo, in progress is fine. And then we are gonna say completed. Okay, so this would be it. We're gonna have 3 columns here. Okay, so I'm just gonna style the board accordingly. So I'll just create border.css. Okay, and here we're gonna have 3 columns. Okay, so I'm gonna import the board.css. .css. Okay, and then guys, I'm just gonna say I have a bad habit, right? I just write the spelling as Borad. It's wrong. Okay, board.css. Fine. So you can see that whatever you're gonna style now is gonna be styled. Okay, so first of all, I'm just gonna test background color red. Okay, so right now you don't have anything. I'll just save it as 100%. Okay, and what else you can have? You want height as 100%. Okay, so right now it's not taking anything. Okay, let's give it a h1 tag and let's say hey. So you can see it's visible. That means there is an issue with our styling. So if I write flex 1, yes, now you can see that it's taking the proper height. That means it's gonna take the maximum height and width available. Flex 1 property is very useful in this case, right? So you can use the flex 1 property. I hope everyone understood the flex 1 property. So you can see that because of flex 1, it now looks like this. Okay, so here you can just give it a light gray color or any color you like. Okay, so I'm just gonna give more lighter color, right? Fine, looks good. Right, so this would be the color which I am giving. Okay, this is the lighter color. I'll just change it later. I'm just giving an arbitrary color. Okay, so this is the board. Now we're gonna style the columns accordingly. Okay, so you can see we have the column. So I'm just gonna say again, I'm gonna say that flex would be 1 and background color, suppose for now I'm just gonna say red. So inside the board you have the column, and right now the problem here is, let me just first of all, we don't really need these divisions. Okay, what else can we have is, I'm just gonna say, let's say suppose it has a h1 tag. Okay, so first of all, for the board, what I need to do is I want to have flex direction as row. Okay, and similarly I'm just gonna copy this, paste and paste. Okay, let's see. So you can see first of all it's not taking because, right, now it's taking properly. Okay, because of the flex 1 property, the display flex wasn't defined. I don't know why, but yeah, you have to define it additionally, and flex direction row is not required. What else is required is gap. You can give gap of suppose 10 pixel in between, so you can see some gap is between and rest everything is fine. Okay, so yeah, purposely you have to do some kind of things, but it's totally up to you. But yeah, you can see that yeah, the design is almost done, right? And here we are gonna do one more thing. I'm just gonna make it white or whatever color I want, right? You can see that that's how it looks. Okay, what else can you give is you can add some padding also, padding of around 10 pixel, right? So padding of around 10 pixels, so you can see that now it looks proper from the top also, right? And what else you want is you can give some box shadow also if you want. For the box shadow you can just go to the sidebar. I'm sorry, for the header, okay, you can just go to the header. Okay, just go to the header and then go to the board and then go to this and then remove the background color from here. I think now this might work properly. Okay, so you can see that yeah, now it works properly, but I want the color to be little bit grayish. Okay, so little bit grayish color, and I think this is done. Okay, this is done. What else you want is you can just say that the background color is white or gray or whatever you want. Okay, but yeah, you can see that it looks cool. If you wanna show more styles here, definitely you can show, but right now I think it looks cool. What else can I give is, I think this looks better. Okay, anyways, so you can see that the everything is done here. We don't need this here for now. Let's see how it looks. So you can see now it looks like this. Now what we actually want is, we want to simply show cards here. Okay, we want to simply show the cards here. So for that we need to add some scroll functionality. Okay, suppose I have lots of h1 tag here. So you would see I have lots of h1 tag and overflow is like this. So we need to fix the overflow first of all, right? How we can do that? So for that I can just go here and I would just say overflow would be scroll. Okay, so the problem is, yes, now it's working, but I have to fix the height in the upcoming section, so I'll just do that in the next video. But yeah, I can also just say that inside this column we're just gonna pass this division. Okay, column in. Okay, and here I'm just gonna pass this. Okay, and now I'll just copy this and let's come here. Okay, and then board column, column in. Okay, and overflow would be hidden. Okay, anyways, we'll just do that in the upcoming video. Anyways, so this basic part is done. We have designed the UI. Okay, the next part I'm gonna finish in the next video, that is in the part 2. In the next part what we actually gonna do is we're gonna create cards of to do. Okay, suppose here are some cards. You're just gonna say, suppose this is my task, go to college. Okay, build React app. What else task you can do? Build, have meeting with GFG, something like that. So you're going to define some task in the column 1. Okay, then you're gonna drag and drop those tasks to the column 2, then you're gonna drag and drop those tasks to the column 3. That means the first column is for what? First column is basically for the to do. That means you have to do this. You haven't done this, you have to do this. Okay, second column would be for what? It would be for in progress. In progress. Okay, then the third column would be for what? It would be simply for status, or it would be simply for completed. Okay, completed. Okay, so these are basically three different statuses: column, column, and column. Three different statuses. That means to do, or in progress, or completed, right? Three different status, right? So guys, this is it. I hope you understood this much till now. Okay, you can see simple page has been created. I'll just fix the scrolling part in the next video properly so that there is no confusion. But right now we have built this much. Okay, in the next video we have to create cards and add the drag and drop functionality, and it would be done using the React drag and drop, and the task would be saved in the local storage. Okay, we're gonna use the local storage for it, right? So guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this session. Now I'm gonna upload this source code to my GitHub repository. So for that I'll just go to the GitHub repository. You need to give it fixed height. Yes, I have already given it 100 bh height, but since I don't want it to be spoiled properly, so I'll just do it in the next part. Okay, that would be better because we have to create cards also and a lot of things in the next video, right? So I'll just upload the code to GitHub first and then I'll end the session. Okay guys, so now I have uploaded the source code to my GitHub repository. It's available here. This is part 1. In the part 2, we're gonna finish the remaining part. Okay. So that's it for today. You can just go to this repository and you can go to the repository from here. Just type to do JIRA GFG here and then you'll get the repository. Okay, just go to the GitHub profile, go to the repository. The code is available here. In the part 2, we're gonna finish the height issue and also the task drag and drop. Okay, only few things are remaining and then the project would be done. Right? So